Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I don't think it's wrong. I think some people are just born gay.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Are you?
I'm not gay.
Okay. So why did you mention that topic?
Because I want to debate people.
Oh, I think it's so wrong. Gay is wrong.
No, too late. I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You from America?
Yeah.
You go to school? You don't go to school? You dropped out? You too cool for school?
I'm homeschooled.
Oh, you're homeschooled. I feel like the rich parents in America, or like the very educated parents, they usually have their kids homeschooled.
No, we're poor. That's not really anything to do with it, though. It's not because we're poor. It's just because my mom doesn't like the Florida education system because it's really bad here. Like, the kids here don't know the difference between a state and a country. That's how bad the education system is. So I'm happy I'm homeschooled. I don't want to go to public school or a private school here because they're just the same.
That is a fact. If you ask like a random high schooler or middle schooler, name 5 countries, they're gonna give you 5 states. They're gonna say like Florida.
Yeah, me and my old best friend, I took her on my family vacation to the state I used to live in. We went on a vacation for about a week and we come back and she was doing this question thing on her Snapchat story and it says, have you ever been to another country? And she put yes. So I slid up on her story. I said, I didn't know you've been to another country. Where did you go? And she said, I went there with you, remember? And I'm like, oh girl, no. That was another state. And she got so embarrassed and deleted the story. I just don't understand how people don't know this stuff. I'm not shaming them. I feel bad for them.
So she goes to school, she goes to a public school?
Yep.
That's why.
But even the kids in private school here are stupid. My neighbor doesn't know how to sing the ABCs.
She can't even name like 26 like alphabets in English, like the ABCs.
Well, she doesn't know how to sing them in order, which is weird to me.
That's crazy. I can do it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know. I'm from China too. Do you drive?
Yeah.
No accidents so far? No, nothing yet?
No. Compared to the people here, I'm really good at driving. In the last 2 weeks, 3 people have got run over near my home.
Like just by reckless driving?
Yeah, people have like serious road rage.
You know, be careful with those road rage people because, you know, it's America. People could actually pull out a weapon.
Yeah, it's happened so many times in areas around me. I live in Florida. There's Pasco County. Pasco County is horrible.
Like crimes and shit?
Yeah, and just like people get killed all the time. It's dangerous here. It's horrible. People are stupid.
And also in America, there's like violence culture. Like people idolize gang bangers, like gangsters and shit.
Yeah, all of the boys here.
They're trying to be hard.
Yeah, they're trying to act like gangsters. They throw up gang signs in their photos. Bro, shut up. You look stupid. What are you doing?
Especially those white kids. If you're black, then okay, cool. Like you probably grew up in the environment. But if you're like a fucking like suburb, rich, privileged white kid, don't be throwing up gang signs because you're not about that.
Literally all of them are. One of them, he has this rich ass family. They have this like 3-story house and he'll be recording TikToks, sagging his jeans and like with his white boy dreads in front of his big house in the back and singing TikToks about being in the hood. And I'm like, you're in the suburbs. And then he'll flash his money on his story and I'm like, that's your parents. Get a job.
You know, kids in China, they want to look like G's too. Not just American kids, like rich Chinese privileged kids. They want to sound like a G. They want to do rap music. I teach my students, if you want to sound like an American person, add type shit at the end of every sentence. So you know what I'm saying, type shit?
Are you lying?
No, for real. Like, cause you know, we have like kids, like they're trying to sound native. So that's the quickest way, just add type shit. So what do you do for fun if you're homeschool? You don't have like people your age to hang out with.
I don't know why everyone assumes that. I have friends. I have a lot of friends. You don't have to be in school to make friends.
But like, what do you do when they're having fun in school?
I wouldn't assume they're having fun in school because I know I wouldn't have fun in school. I do things that are fun by myself and then they get out of school and I have one-on-one time with them and hang out with them instead of hanging out with them in a building full of other people. So I feel like that is good.
What are some cons of like homeschool?
I don't see any cons.
No cons at all? So it's working out really good for you.
There's just too much stereotypes about homeschooled kids.
Because like some people chose to homeschool because they got bullied in school. The fact that they do homeschool makes them even like have less friends, gets them more depressed, get them lonely and stuff.
I'm very happy. I'm like the happiest I've ever been actually right now.
That's
I
awesome.
do have hobbies for when I'm not hanging out with friends, but I usually hang out with my friends at least like 3 days out of each week. But my other hobbies are drawing. I love to draw.
You draw those? They look amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Gary the Snail.
They look amazing.
I like to scrapbook. I just keep all of my hobbies on my bed around me because I don't need to sleep on my whole bed. And then when I get bored, I'll just turn over and grab something to do. I like to scrapbook. It's very fun.
Wow, you're a very artsy type of person.
Yeah, it's really fun.
You gonna do any career related to drawing?
No, I want a career in psychology. That's what I was gonna say. That's my other hobbies. So I'll watch videos about the study of psychology like for hours at night while I draw. And I love debating. I come on here and debate people.
That's why in the beginning you're trying to debate me about gay. You just toss the topic. You're like, oh, do you think gay is right? But like most people, they're gonna think like, I don't care.
No, you'd be surprised. A lot of people care. And people say such stupid things about it. For example, I'll be like, so do you think being gay is wrong or immoral? And they'll be like, yes. And I'll be like, why so? And they'll be like, because if everyone was gay, how would the world continue? Is everyone gonna be gay? No. So I'll say that. I'll be like, in what world is everyone gonna be gay? That's never gonna happen. And they'll be like, well, social media is pushing it and it's coming out to children. And I feel like the new generation is just all gonna be influenced by it and become gay. And I'm like, so you think being gay is a choice? And they'll be like, yeah. Okay, so tell me you find men sexually attractive just for 5 seconds. That's all you have to do. And then just switch back to being straight. And they'll be like, I can't because I don't like guys. And I'll be like, exactly.
Most people lack basic logic.
Yeah, and debating with people who like are stupid, that sounds rude, but like stupid, it takes all of the fun out of it and it makes me just want to punch someone.
So you say you wanted to do psychology, right? Are you just gonna be self-taught or do you plan on going to college and maybe get a degree and work on the field?
People usually have an assumption that since I'm homeschooled, I won't really be able to get into a college. That's actually not true because colleges usually want to accept homeschoolers. They usually prioritize homeschoolers over regular public school because homeschoolers learn more independently. So it'll be easier for them to teach them. It really depends on how smart the homeschooler is though. Obviously, they're not just going to be like, oh yeah, they're homeschooled, they're accepted.
That makes sense because they really should because if you are actually homeschooled really well, you probably know more than the public school kids. So there's no reason to discriminate. If a homeschooler gets a higher ACT, the kid did it himself. That means he's a genius.
Yeah, but there are some really, really smart kids that go to public school. So I don't want to like pushing the notion that public school is bad. Just like I would say, I don't suggest homeschooling nor public schooling. Like do whatever suits you, however you feel you're best.
Damn, I really like your way of thinking. You're not saying homeschool is good. You're not saying public school is good. You're just saying make your own decision. Do what suits best for your personality.
Yeah, exactly. I know some people who probably wouldn't do well being homeschooled, but it just depends on how you're comfortable and like the way you learn the best. But for me, I feel like since I'm homeschooled, it caused me to be more creative and have more hobbies. Since I've never been forced to do art, never been forced to read anything that I didn't really care to read, I just enjoy it.
Yeah, if you are given the freedom picking what you want to learn, and when you're learning it, you put more time and energy into it because you enjoy doing them. Because you chose the subject, you chose the things you want to learn, so you're going to learn it better. That's just how it is. If you're forced to learn a subject which you don't even find interesting, then you're just not going to excel. You're not going to do well in it.
I did have a choice. Whenever I was in middle school, my mom gave me a choice. She said, okay, now is the time you choose. You choose now or never. Like, do you want to go to public school or do you want to stay homeschooled? And I chose to stay homeschooled.
That's so cool of your mom that she giving you the choice because like most parents, they wouldn't let them kids have this freedom of choice. They would just put them into public school because it's easier.
There's teachers at these schools who like let the kids vape and like don't really do anything and don't really give the kids work and all this stuff. Is so weird. Why are you going to school? What's the purpose? My friends don't even know what they're learning about. They just cheat on all of their assignments because they don't remember anything because they're getting taught in a boring way. But I just get taught in a fun way, like an interactive way.
You know how nowadays like so many kids they claim to have like ADHD? I don't think it's ADHD. I just think it's just because like the shit that school teaches is just so fucking boring. Any normal smart person with a functional brain will find it boring.
That's what I think too, because I actually am diagnosed with ADHD and I have friends who claim that they have ADHD, but they don't act like they have ADHD. They don't have the same tendencies as people with ADHD do. They just can't focus.
Yeah, you're probably just too smart for the school system, which is like...
No, I don't think I'm too smart for the school system. Just because people here are stupid, I wouldn't want to put myself on a higher pedestal of them because it's not their fault that they lack knowledge.
Damn, you're a very humble young lady.